and welcome back to Two Thirds for the Avengers Reserve podcast, episode 17. And I am delighted, as always, to be joined by sadboycare. How you doing today, Care?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, all good, thank you. Very good. Yeah, I can't believe that it's kind of been 17 episodes that we're now into now.
I know.
Flown by.
We've been doing this for a very long time.
Yeah.
Well, 17 and then the 6 that we did before, so like 20.
Yeah, so it's technically episode 23, but it's been going really well. I think I'm not sure if you'll agree with me on this, but like now that we're onto the sort of like the What If series, it's not quite wasn't the most hyped about ones, like as in Loki and Falcon and Winter Soldiers. Like,
yeah,
I don't know how to word it, but just the kind of like the excitement for when a new episode comes out isn't quite there. It's the same.
I agree. Like yesterday, you texted me and you were like, "Oh, could we do the podcast today?" And I was like, "I didn't even watch it yet. Like I just watched it this morning." So, I totally agree that it's like it's not the same.
Yeah.
Like, cause I don't know. I also love Loki, so like it's still like coming off the back of that as well. But.
Yeah, I'm not too sure quite like how to word it because like I said, it's like we said, like still enjoying the episodes and things like that, but I think it's because
definitely.
It's not like because each episode is separate, it doesn't really matter when you see it because it's not like there's spoilers for what's going to happen next or things like that, you know. But yeah, no, like I said, like still enjoying the series, but it's What If just has a little bit of a different feel to it is what I've noticed so far. That I'm not, you know, Wednesday will come around and I'm not waking up first thing in the morning being like, oh yeah, I need to see what it's like.
Yeah, exactly. I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Because with Loki, I was like up at 6 a.m. I was like, I'm gonna watch Loki. Like I was so excited, and now like I crawl out of bed at 9 o'clock and I'm like, I'll watch it.
Maybe we'll do the podcast on the day we're meant to do it. Maybe we'll do it in a couple of days' time, you know?
Yeah.
In other news...
That's just scheduling.
Yeah, no, that is mainly scheduling. In other news, what did you make of Spiderman No Way Home trailer? We finally got a chance to see it.
Fucking amazing. It was, oh my god. I've watched it 5 times.
5, yeah? Nice.
5 times.
Okay, I think I'm up to like 3 or 4 now. Probably 3.
You know how much I love Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Oh. It's so good. I'm so excited.
Were you surprised that it was like it hasn't been what Loki's created? It was more, I don't know, they may feed the two into each other, but it was Doctor Strange conjuring a spell which kind of brings everyone from the different multiverse into this scenario.
I think that it kind of has to be like I don't know how to word this because like so everything's branching off and everything's going in directions that they aren't supposed to go in. So I think that if Loki didn't like break the timeline, Doctor Strange would not have cast that spell.
Okay.
I think that's something that he wasn't supposed to do. And it's very obvious that he wasn't supposed to do it. And so I think that that's how they're going to bring the multiverse into the Earth side of it. I do think we will see Loki again in the MCU at some point, like in a film. But I don't, like, I understand why they didn't, like, bring it to that immediately. Because, like, how would Strange know that Loki fucked with the timeline? You know? Like, it's not like he can see everything.
Yeah, I guess that's
just my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, he is meant to be the sort of, like, the new Sorcerer Supreme, you know? So he's still, like, getting used to everything. But,
yeah.
I don't know, it just felt a little bit like Doctor Strange was intentionally making this mistake, you know, just for the sake of, like, that they can produce a film sort of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not...
I just got that very small vibe from it. I guess it's just because I just really expected Loki to kind of feed into Spider-Man No Way Home, and that would be it. Like if you've watched Loki, then you know what's. I guess it's just they're adapting or accommodating for the people who maybe haven't seen Loki. Maybe that's the case.
Yeah, and also like I said, like I just feel like there's no way anyone on Earth would know what is going on with Loki because first of all, it's not our variant of Loki.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different one, and also like no one knows about the TVA. There's not a single person that knows about the TVA. So I understand why they didn't just immediately bring Loki to Earth and be like, "Oh shit, I fucked up," you know?
Mm.
That's just my thing. But
okay. Yeah, I mean, other than that, obviously, like it looks like a very incredible trailer. I've seen.
It looks so good. I'm so excited.
Other than the like obvious two, where you can see the Green Goblin and it's Willem Dafoe's actual laugh, and you can tell that it's very distinct.
Yeah.
And Doc Ock, who obviously makes his own appearance on screen and says "Hello, Peter" at the very end. Other than those two, did you really kind of see all the other ones that people have been speculating about? So I think you got Sandman, you got Lizard, you got Jamie Foxx's character in
Electro or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I did see that one. I didn't even know about the others. Just because people are saying like the lightning is what gave it away for Electro, and like he is on the cast.
Okay. Okay, maybe I didn't see that.
So I think that's confirmed.
Yeah. I find it funny though.
But the others I didn't see anything about.
Yeah, I find it funny how like with all of these characters and everything like that, that they're trying to, because you must have seen some of the memes where it's like, oh, Marvel or Sony are trying to hide that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire aren't in Spider-Man No Way Home. It's so funny.
Wait, have you seen that one trailer photo? Or not trailer photo, like the I don't know if it's actually like the poster for it, but there's a poster with Doc Ock, and it has like he's got three different Spider-Man masks.
Yeah.
And one of them is very obviously Tom's, and the other one is very obviously Tobey's.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can't really see the third one, but like I feel like that low key confirms that they're all gonna be in this film. And I'm so here for it. I'm so excited.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
I'm so excited.
Definitely looking forward to it. Loads of people have been analysing as well that like the suit that Tom Holland is wearing when Doc Ock comes across him is the same suit that Tobey Maguire was wearing when he last bought him. Or where Spider-Man 3 left off, I think, or something like that. Very, very sort of obscure details that people have been able to pick out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah, no, I think there's probably is a little bit more to analyse from the trailer, but just as a sort of general reaction, very excited to see that film, and we always have been. As soon as it
I'm so excited.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it. Also, Tom Holland and Zendaya are like official now, aren't they? They've actually come out and said it, I believe.
I think so, and oh my god, it makes me so happy. It makes me so happy. I love them together. They're so cute.
Yeah.
We were actually, me and my roommates were just looking at the pictures of them, like, at a wedding, like, holding hands. And, like, he has, like, there's one picture where, like, Tom's head is, like, literally on her shoulder. And I was like, yes, this is what we've needed for years. Oh, my God. It's so cute. I love it. I love it. Power couple.
Love it.
Absolute power couple. I love them.
Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, we're probably going to talk about the What If episode 3 now.
Yeah, probably.
As that's what we're here to talk about. Yeah, so it kind of goes down that scenario where obviously it's trying to see what if Earth didn't have its mightiest heroes, if basically if we didn't have the Avengers, if the initiative never went forward. And I think, yeah, it moved very fast. I think Tony Stark dying literally within the first 5 minutes, if that, was a bit of a surprise to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, what were your kind of thoughts as it kind of started? Were you kind of expecting them to take this route?
So me and my roommate read the description of the episode before we turned it on.
Okay.
So I knew it was like a serial killer kind of thing.
Mm.
And I wasn't expecting who it actually was. I'll say that.
Yeah.
But I did expect it to take this route because I knew what the episode was going to be about. I don't know. It's interesting though because, like you said, it was very fast paced. But me and my roommate thought it was so funny that after Thor dies, they take like a good minute to just like sniff him, and then like say he smells like lavender for some reason.
Yeah.
And we were like, okay, we're gonna cram all of this into one episode, but we have to make sure that Thor smells like lavender. And I don't know where that came from or what that was about.
Yeah.
But we were like, okay, like, and oh,
yeah.
I don't know.
I think there was a fair few.
I like the way they did it. I was just like very confused in some parts. Like I didn't know like where it was going.
Yeah.
At any point.
Yeah, I think that was my kind of confusion with it as well because it was happening in very consecutive days and it was like
yeah.
In the MCU this is like spread out over like a few years sort of thing. So it is a little bit confusing to kind of wrap your head around the whole timeline of it. But I guess obviously it's just done like that for effect, and obviously it's a different thing, so things can happen a little bit quicker. But yeah, the whole sort of when you're not really understanding what's going on, because you know, like I think maybe common sense probably rushed to my head when it was Tony Stark. It was like maybe in this timeline he's allergic to what they gave him, you know.
Yeah.
And then you know when Hawkeye killed Thor, I was like, why did Hawkeye kill Thor? Just yeah, very sort of like bizarre circumstances before you kind of find out who is behind it all.
Yeah, I still don't. It still doesn't make sense to me how Hawkeye did that, but
because
I don't know.
Thor's a god.
No. Well, yeah, like first of all, the arrow. Like, I don't think that should have killed him. Like, he's a god. But also, like, Hawkeye had, like, he literally had it in his hand. How did Hank just kind of, like, did he just, like, ding? And then, like, that's how he let go? Like, I was so confused by that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just because he knows how to use the like Ant-Man suit, or like technically this is the Wasp suit, right? But because he knows how to use it so effectively, and it's about that whole using your size and the momentum of things, then yeah, he probably does know how to do very neat little tricks just like that. Yeah.
Kind of like flick his finger.
Yeah.
That's just it.
Yeah. Well, I imagine it would be
guess,
that like he's learned how to do it so that like the power of like a flick as a normal sized person is equivalent to him like launching off at like full speed sort of thing.
Yeah.
I think the whole arrow killing, like if we're sticking to the original timeline, I guess it's because Thor was like stripped of his powers when he was sent to Earth, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah. So like
I forgot about that. You're right.
But do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's still
I get it now.
It's still somewhat not completely right because he's still a very strong mortal, as you can tell in the original Thor movie.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think maybe the arrow should have killed him. But you know, maybe it was just cinematic effect as well. What I did notice.
No, I totally forgot that he was supposed to be like mortal at that point. So.
That's cool.
Oh, sorry.
Cool.
Continue.
What I did notice in this episode, which I hadn't really noticed in other episodes before, was there's a silhouette of the Walker who like pops up like just in the background somewhere throughout the episodes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like in the sky like the whole
time. Yeah. Like I don't know, I haven't really I can't remember seeing them in the previous episodes, but I assume that he is there. But I thought that was just a neat little fact that you can kind of just see him there every now and then.
Yeah, I don't think he was in the other ones. Maybe because like I feel like that was very obvious.
Yeah,
that's
what I mean. In this episode, it felt very obvious, which is why I was like, have I just been that oblivious to it?
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
Yeah, moving on in the episode, obviously Loki sort of comes for his revenge as Thor has been killed by Hawkeye. They believe it to be Hawkeye, and Nick Fury comes up with this idea to basically get Loki his revenge and him find out who the culprit is. But I take it that you were very happy to see Tom Hiddleston make a reappearance so soon in the MCU.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's funny because we were like, my roommate and I were talking about the voice actors and how like Jeremy Renner very obviously like just got the piece of paper and was just like reading off his lines for the first time in front of the mic. And then Tom Hiddleston comes out and we were like, that is a man that understands the assignment. He understands what is meant to go into this. And it was just like his portrayal of Loki in this was like exactly Loki.
Yeah.
It was completely spot on. And it was so good. And I loved that like Loki still cared enough about Thor to like feel like he needed to go and like avenge him and like lead this army to like I don't know, avenge his brother's death against this entire family, like this whole planet.
Yeah. I kind of see it as Loki saw an opportunity to take over Earth personally, but you do you, mate. Like, if you think he actually wanted to avenge Thor.
Shush. Shut your mouth. Anyway.
Hulk exploding.
Yeah, I don't know.
I had to just say it like that because I was just watching it like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah. No, it was like that episode of SpongeBob. Where you just like
yeah.
just, I have no idea. Anyway.
But I'm trying to like get my head around how it actually happens because okay, so like it shows that he goes into the bullet wound, right? But then as Hulk, as Banner becomes Hulk, his body's regenerating and he's healing, so the bullet wound would have healed up. So Hank would have been there whilst he's throwing the maximizing disc at like one of his organs to blow up. So like he's just in there and he's able to survive coming out of Hulk's body. Also, isn't Hulk's body technically like toxic? Like, let's say I can't remember how you describe it.
I'm sure he has like he had the mask on.
Yeah, maybe I suppose. I don't know. It just seemed a bit.
I'm sure he has a ventilation system. I'm sure he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go into this person who's full of gamma radiation.
Yeah.
Let's probably put a ventilation system in here so I don't die."
I just feel.
I'm sure he thought about it.
I just felt like I don't know because as well like they talk about it, they're like Hulk can't die and they're like oh he's dead. Like it just felt a bit silly watching that entire scenario unfold like that.
Yeah. It was weird.
Yeah.
I honestly wasn't expecting the Hulk to die. I thought he was just gonna like stay.
Yeah, I don't know, just stay as Bruce Banner maybe or something.
The Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you find it a bit odd that there wasn't really a Captain America? They didn't really include him in this.
I didn't notice until the very end when they went to go find him.
Yeah.
So.
I guess I don't think I was paid too much attention to there being a Captain America, but yeah, it just felt like they addressed every single Avenger except for Captain America at the very end. Was a bit weird.
Yeah.
Obviously.
But I also think it leaves the two like Avengers that probably could beat Loki.
Yeah.
Alive. So.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What did you make of obviously Hope being an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. and dying on a mission and things like that, and then Hank having this whole revenge mission? Did you feel like that was quite a plausible idea when they announced it?
Oh, yeah. Like, I think that it was definitely, like... Because I feel like the split was probably where, like, the split happened when she joined S.H.I.E.L.D. Because Hank, remember, in all of the Ant-Man movies, would never let her do, like, literally anything.
Yeah.
Because he was so afraid of losing her.
Yeah.
So, from that moment on, the entire universe just split at that point.
Were you surprised that he had the actual
That's the next
wasp
step.
costume, though, rather than his Ant-Man suit?
No.
No? So that means that he would be working with...
She had been...
I've forgotten his name. Darren.
She had... Yeah. Yeah. Well, she had been dead for 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
So I feel like he would have teamed up with the bad guy in that time to help himself, like, help him avenge his daughter.
Okay.
In his mind, you know?
Yeah, okay.
It makes sense to me.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, obviously, in this whole scenario where Hank becomes the Wasp and he has a fight with Fury, who then is obviously teaming up with Loki, basically we end up with this very bizarre scenario where you could kind of see it coming, but Loki ends up taking over Earth. All the countries kind of succumb to his rule. Yeah, it's one of them, which is what we keep saying about all these episodes, is that it just does feel like they're setting them up for sequels.
Well, it does.
Especially what will obviously come on to what happens after this, but just on the Loki takes over Earth scenario. It's a very weird situation to leave this episode, really.
Yeah. I mean, I do see them setting it up for sequels. I just don't ever actually see them making sequels.
I just think...
But that's just...
I don't know. I think, like, as the weeks are kind of going on, like, I'm kind of just agreeing more that we're going to see sequels, because it's just... The opportunities literally are endless, what they can do with this series, and I think it just gives them any reason to do a sequel if they really want to. That's just personally the way that I've seen it.
Yeah.
And I think the way that this one, the last one, have ended, so this one with obviously Captain Marvel turning up at the very last second and being like, oh, who do we need to fight? It just, it felt like they were going to set it up for another one. And yeah, Captain Marvel didn't get to speak too much in this one, so it was interesting.
Yeah. I mean, she doesn't really have a lot of camera time in any of the films anyway, so it's fine. Because she's kind of just a filler character for no reason. She's never there.
Do you think there's some potential though, if there is going to be another episode along in this scenario, that, you know, we're going to see obviously Captain America and Captain Marvel kind of team up? It's like I said, that not seeing Captain America just felt a little bit odd that they weren't including him in it.
I could see them teaming up. If they do a sequel, which I personally highly doubt they will, I could see them teaming up and defeating Loki. Also, you have to remember that this all happened before he came out of the ice originally anyway.
So in the 2011 timeline or whatever it is, Yeah. I think it's 2011.
Because these all were like 2008 to 2000, or I think these all were like 2010. Pretty much, like in that area. And then 2011.
I don't know, this is what I was thinking. Wasn't 2011?
I thought it was 2010.
I'm not sure. Hulk was obviously like,
2008.
Ages ago. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I guess like maybe, I don't know. I just really think that we could see sequels. I think that's the way that they're really going to go forward with it.
No. Oh my god.
But hey, you know, overall, I think it was a...
Except for the first one. It was 2011,
Yeah. So that's what I mean. Like, it was very weird, obviously, seeing that timeline, because they spread it out over, 5 days, I think, really. But, yeah, no, like, it was an interesting concept. I was happy to see it. And, yeah, overall, I think it was a really good episode. I actually gave a rating for this one as a 7 out of 10. I thought that was about right. I think there was...
a 6, just because I was confused the whole time.
Okay.
Like,
yeah, fair enough.
Whole time. It was like, because it was also like 3 timelines happening all at once and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. Also, I just looked it up. Thor came out before Captain America. So, they both came out in 2011.
I'm surprised by that, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like, I remember going to see Iron Man in the cinema, but then, yeah, I think I skipped Captain America and Thor and then didn't really go to see anything until Guardians of the Galaxy, I think.
Oh my god.
But I'm really surprised that Captain America would come out after Thor. I'd feel like Captain America was the bigger movie.
It's
maybe?
because his the end credit scene set up the Avengers film for 2012.
Oh, and Captain America.
Yeah, the end credit scene is him being like defrosted or whatever. Or no. The end credit scene...
No.
The end of the film is him being defrosted and being in Times Square and then meeting Nick Fury. And then the end credit scene is him, like, punching the punching bag or whatever. And then Fury's like, we need you.
Oh, actually, yeah, maybe it is. I was thinking that it was, you know, them, like, weird training videos that he had to do as, like, original Captain America in World War II.
Oh, no, that was... That was like...
Do you know the ones that I'm on about?
Are you talking about the one that was like in Spiderman? In the first Spiderman film?
Was it in the first Spider-Man film? I don't think
it was
so.
The end
you know where it's like very old school, where he's like, "Oh, hi, you know, I'm gonna teach you guys how to do this or whatever."
And maybe there was one like that, but there were two. There must have been two then, because there was definitely
there was
one
probably
where
two. Yeah.
Doing the he was punching the punching bag and he like punched off the wall.
Yeah.
So.
Sweet. Okay. Well, yeah. No, I think I gave. Anyway, go back to the What If episode.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think 7 out of 10. I was quite tired about all of it, but
yeah.
Yeah. Overall, I thought it was a good episode. I'm not too sure. Do you know what next week's episode is?
I have no idea. I have not looked at the list.
I've lost the list.
Oh no.
But
we'll find out next week, I guess.
Yeah. Tune in next week where we'll be talking about next week's episode, which we cannot remember the name of.
Yep, exactly.
But no, yeah, it's still a very interesting series, and it's going to be funny because it's going to be overlapping with some other Marvel projects, I believe, right? Isn't it Venom coming out in that time frame, perhaps? Because we've got like 7 more episodes? There's 7 more weeks.
Oh yeah.
Venom's got to be out in that time frame, surely.
Or next Friday.
Shang-Chi.
So.
Wow, that is soon. That's really soon. Yeah, see. We'll have to do a preview for that next week then.
Oh yeah, definitely.
If we can. Sweet. Okay. Right. Well, I think that about wraps up episode 17 for the Avengers Reserve podcast. Thank you very much for tuning in, whether it's been on YouTube, Facebook, or Spotify. Greatly appreciate your support. Please leave a like, a comment, subscribe if you're on YouTube. You can check the link in the description where you can find Kare's YouTube channel and Twitter. Annotations be on the screen as well if you're on YouTube. And thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.